Hello, good morning, and welcome to the very first episode of Nebula Quest inside Elite Dangerous. I am super excited. Guys, we're in release. This is version 1.03, I think now. They've had a couple of updates they've been doing since Tuesday, which was the release date. This is Friday, the 19th of December, as it says right here. This is the actual year. Whatever. Nebula Quest. We are on a quest to a nebula. Yes, far-fetched, I know. No, we want to come all the way down here to the Horsehead Nebula, which is quite a ways. If memory serves, the Horsehead Nebula is roughly 1,500 light years from Earth, from our solar system, which, conveniently enough, is where we are located. In Seoul, right there. So I've made the trek, I've been doing the business, getting here, having fun. I've been playing a little bit, as much as I could, over the last few days. This is just... everything that was great about Gamma has come together, and in the realization of the full-fledged game, and it is so much fun to play. There's so many little tweaks, so many nicer little bits of missions here and there. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. I have been doing some like I said, been doing some missions, saving up the money so that we could buy ourselves a new ship here. And let's just pop into Starport Services here so that we can take a look at our brand new adder. Yes, I have. Oh, I'm just gonna do that real quick. I find when you're in this screen, it pays really well to recenter. If you're using track IR, to recenter your track IR as soon as you get into that screen, or else your mouse is essentially useless to you. Let's just pop over to here. There she is. Our adder looks a lot like the Ford Transit van, maybe a little squatter. You know, it's a little bit bigger. I do like its dark color. Some might even call it black. I think I shall christen this ship Edmund, in reference to the great Edmund Blackadder of yore. Yeah, so I've done some business, been getting some money. I'm not going to go into how I got all the money. I mean, certainly a good portion of it came from ferrying tourists to a new colonists to a new slaves. Okay, I was doing some slave trading. You know what? Don't judge me, okay? I needed a fast payout, man. I just needed a little bit of money so I could have a nice little airplane to take to the Horsehead Nebula. Alright, anyway, so yes, we are in Elite Dangerous. We're in release. I'm excited to get going. Let's quit all this crap back and forth. Gotta stop. There we go. Recenter. Let's get going. Let's go to the galaxy map. Let's find out where we're going to first. Now, we may make a couple of jumps early on. Let me just see if I can relocate where we want to go, just because I want to get a rough idea of just the general direction. I've got no idea. I mean, I know that there are systems that my ship won't jump to at this point. We're going to need to upgrade as we go. So as you can see here, we go to Messier, which is inside the Horsehead Nebula region, but the route is unavailable, which means that somewhere between Seoul and there is a jump that we can't make. So I'm not going to fuss over it too much. We're going to have to upgrade the ship as we go. Hopefully, by the time we get close, we can find our way. Let's just see. So we want to come over this way somewhere. Let's start by going to where? Probably over this way somewhere. So let's start by going this way. So that's couple quick little hops. We've been to a couple of these places before. Well, I have. I've been to a number of these places already, and I've seen some great things, and I'm excited for the amount of cool things that are going on in this galaxy. The number of things that have been modeled, we'll say, just blowing me away. I gotta remember that's not the right key to do that. And, you know, we're on our way to the Horsehead Nebula, but, I mean, it would be really easy to just, burn our way all the way there. But, I mean, we spent some money. Whoa, 1 second. Wasn't prepared, joystick. we spent some money, you know, getting this nice quote-unquote discovery ship, which, I mean, doesn't have anything super special on it. Some of the parts do seem upgraded over what they might be in its most basic form, but it's a pretty nice ship. I'm kind of enjoying it. I've only flown it once, so God, let's hope we don't wreck it on the first time out. We'll start by going the wrong way through the exit. That's always a good way to go. But yeah, so many cool things being modeled inside the galaxy, and I want to see lots of them. And it got me thinking about how to kill the time on our way to Horsehead Nebula, because that's going to take some time. 1,500 light years. I mean, that's more than round the corner to the drugstore for a pack of smokes and a carton of beer, if you can get beer at your local, you know, convenience store. So I got thinking about, you know, well, what are the kind of the games that you play when you go on these long car rides and stuff like that? And I came up with an idea, and it's called Space Car Bingo. Yes. So that I created a space car bingo board with lots of cool things that like finding like under the N, where what would be the N is I've got like find a system with like no natural satellites, so it's just a star. I mean, that's pretty common. Obviously we got the free one. There's some things that are pretty common, some things I don't even know if they're modeled. Like I've got Comet on the list. I have no idea if there are comets in the game, but I want to find out. And there's a couple of different things and just random stuff on here, and I'm excited to play this. And as an incentive for me, and for the series, what I really want to do is when we complete a line, I'm going to give away a copy of Elite Dangerous to a subscriber whenever on that episode that we complete that line. Well, not on the episode, but when we complete a line, I will select a random subscriber who, I don't know, we'll make them comment on the video or something like that, and somebody will win a copy, a complete free copy of Elite Dangerous, because the game is a lot of fun, and I mean, it's not terribly expensive, but it's more than, you know, what everybody might want to pump out, you know, right out the gate for a game that's very early on, and it's got some, you know, people got some questions about it. So let's watch our heat levels a bit here. Whoa, we're going a little bit fast on this one. I actually sprung for not the lowest grade fuel scoop, but one that was slightly higher up the chain. I think it only cost me like 1,500 or something like that, but it allows me to go to 24 units of fuel per second compared to 18 on the basic one. So lots of good reasons to look. You can see it. You can just see very faintly that Horsehead Nebula over there. How cool. But yeah, so there's a couple of, like I said, so there's a couple of lines there in Space Car Bingo that are going to be a little bit easier to fill out than some other ones. But like some of them are going to be pretty difficult to fulfill. But many of them are going to be pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, we're going to be giving out a free copy of the game once we complete a line, and you know, as time goes on, if that happens earlier on than later, we'll figure something else out. Speaking of giveaways, actually, Frontier, who are the developers for Elite Dangerous here, actually have their own competition going on right now. They have a race to Elite. So Elite is a rank. You know what? Let's abort this fuel scooping here so we can actually do something, and let's just throttle right down, and let's just look over here. So, combat rank harmless, trade rank penniless, explorer rank aimless. So all of those ranks, so combat rank, trade rank, and explorer rank, all go up to Elite. For the first person to reach each of those ranks individually, Frontier is going to give away £1,000, or what is it, $1,500 US. And to the first person who reaches all three of them, they're giving away £10,000 or $15,000 US. That's pretty cool of a game developer to say, hey, we know that you're excited to play, we're excited for you to play, we're excited to see what you guys are going to do and how fast you can get through. I mean, it's part of their ongoing testing. Like, have we made the systems you know, strong enough, hard enough that is it going to take time? I mean, is there somebody, has somebody already won? Like, you know, is there already an elite, you know, bastard flying around waiting to steal your cargo right now? I have no idea. Probably. Could be. Who knows? Is there somebody who's already, you know, halfway across the galaxy who's gotten an elite explorer? Could be. No idea, you know? But it's something that's very exciting. If you were an earlier backer, as in you were in the gammas, like in the beta releases, quote unquote, you do have to start fresh, which I believe they said you have to delete your save file. There's I don't know how exactly it works, but you have to reset your save file so that you have to start fresh in version 1.0, like the actual release of the game, and once you have restarted from then, it's from that point on, and they'll be checking your save file apparently however it is that they do that, once you make a claim to have been gotten your elite status. So they'll be able to check as presumably all the data that's associated with it to find out, yep, he did it, he's good to go, or not, or who knows what. Just back down our rate of speed here just a bit. Just about full up on fuel anyways. 3540, let's pop out. Perfect. No heat damage for us.
Disengaged.
And we'll just let it cool down a second before we engage our frameshift drive. And once we get a little bit... Is this the last jump, or do we have one more after this one? I don't remember where I said we were going. Ross something, right?
Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, so it's silly exciting to finally be out in the world and getting to play and do this series, which I'm really excited and really excited for. Can I say the word excited again? I think I can say it one more time, just for fun.
1. Engage.
Yeah, so we're in the adder here, and it looks quite good. It's quite big. It's bigger than the hauler. Even on the interior, it seems so much larger. And it also seems weird to be sitting on the right-hand side.
Fuel scooping.
Yes. So I'm just going to... I'm sure that some of the things that are on the Space Car Bingo are... We may have already passed. But where the systems that we're flying through right now are fairly heavy populated. They're not that much to discover. And... I'd like that when we do scratch them off the list, it's because we found them, like we're the first one to discover them. If that's not the case, then that's not the case, but that's what I would like. So, just going to try to get out of sort of the worst of the inhabited systems here, make a few jumps, get, you know, 20 or 30 light years between us and Sol, and then we will go from there. I should have actually just looked at the distance between Sol and Ross to whatever Ross number it is that we're heading to find out exactly how far we're having to travel. Yeah. I also have a very little bit of money left, and a very little bit of exploration data stored just from a couple of random stars that I happened to pick up on whilst I was out running my slaves hither and thither. Alright, so 614, that's where we're going. That number seems significant to me in some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, so once we're in Ross here, we'll check our distance back to Sol, and if we're, you know, in that 20 to 30 light year range, we will start Space Car Bingo in earnest. I just love the idea of Space Car Bingo. Like, I don't know, did you guys ever play Car Bingo when you were going on road trips or anything like that? Like, I only rarely did. I can't remember, but mostly my dad just had Ace of Base or something on the radio, and I'd just be like covering my ears, crying in the back, going like, I don't want to hear this song again, Daddy. But I do remember playing, you know, Car Bingo, and that's like, you know, you're driving down and go, oh, there's a dog, and you mark it off your list, and then, I don't know, whatever you won. Usually, I suppose, just a bit of candy or something like that. Alright, let's just slow it down here. Let's turn it right down, and let's go to our galaxy map, and we can just go, how far is Sol? 13.43, so let's just go a little bit farther out. Let's go to, that's another 13, that's another 4 jumps. That's a little too far. Let's 4 to there, and... Alright, so let's head to this guy here. LP6582. Yeah, that's a good start. Why not? Still not the button I want to use. Alright, throttle up so that we can get some maneuverability back to us.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, so I've left the adder here, Edmund, completely standard except for the fuel scoop, which I added on, and I took out, it comes standard with 6 cargo space, and I took out
3, 2,
1 of the
engage.
2 ton, is it tons that we're measuring in? I always thought it would be like a volumetric. Anyways, but I took out one of the 2-ton cargo containers for the cargo scoop and left an empty slot there in the hopes that at some point we can find and hopefully, more importantly, afford a detailed surface scanner. I did happen to find one in my earlier travels, and they ain't cheap. The one I saw was like 240,000 credits, space bucks. That's one or two more. That's $1 or $2 more than we have right now. So that's going to be something we're going to have to, yeah, work our way up to. And it's in fact, if we find one, it is on the space car bingo. So I mean, that's pretty fun too. And continuing on, like I've said, it's such a huge, huge, huge galaxy. Billions and billions of stars out there. That, and I've talked about it in some of the Space Coffee episodes, that you know, it could be that running into another living player once you get out into the middle of nowhere could be quite difficult, and for that reason, let's just slow right down here because I want to take a look at this beautiful star. And for that reason, I've got another player on the list too. This is an unexplored star. Alright, so we are within that 20 to 30 range, I think. Let's just double check that, just, you know, because we can. And we're being anal about things. 21 light years. We are in the Goldilocks zone, as I say. Anarchy, white dwarf star. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Did I have a white dwarf on here? Let's just take a look at the sheet again. Close binary, neutron star. You know, very white dwarf, neutron star. You know, that's a very touch and go kind of. It's not the same thing. White dwarf. There, under the B, white dwarf. So yeah, there's a white dwarf. So we can cross that guy off. Yes. Let's just. I got a printout of the same sheet that you're seeing in front of you on the screen, but just so I can like keep track of it a little bit easier. All right, let's take a look at the system really quickly and see what's going on. Now let me also...
Warning.
Whoa.
Warning.
Shit.
Temperature critical.
Yep, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Ah, damn it. So these white dwarfs, dwarf stars in general, they're not cold. Not cold. You gotta be damn far away from them. I mean, well, I'm sure that the range that you have to be is fairly similar to, like a, say, like a class 1, like M-class star, like our, like our good old Sol is. But easy to take for granted that
Frameshift drive charging.
you're way too fucking close to it. Like that, and it just kicks you out and says, "Oh, by the way, you're just a little bit too close." Where's the escape vector? Over here. I will say one thing I do kind of miss about the basic ship is the extra canopy that I had up here.
Critical. Warning.
Shit,
Taking
we're
heat
getting...
damage.
Yeah, we are. I know. Come on, cool off. Cool off. That was not fun. Alright, let's just get away from that. And let's just slow it down, and let's swing back towards the star. So that's another little ship there. Let's take a look at him. He's a Danangerous. Scanning. Oh. Let's head out over this way slightly. I'm just trying to take a peek and see if I can just easily see if there are any planets or anything nearby. My guess is that there aren't. My thought is that, especially with white dwarfs, with a white dwarf star, that most of the planetary bodies that would be around it are probably engulfed when the planet had expanded, and it has since contracted to create the white dwarf. So unless there's something that's quite a ways out, something around, you know, somewhere around the length of Jupiter, that would be a good distance to consider. I'm not seeing anything particularly move, and the sky is getting quite a bit brighter as we get farther away from that. I'm thinking that this thing doesn't have any orbits, anything around it. Alright, so let's just slow it down, and let's just see where we are and where we want to go. Alright, so we're at LP something something something. And we are heading over this way, past Alderaan. Not Alderaan. But every time I see that word, Aldebaran, I think I see Alderaan, so it's Alderaan. Alright, let us head to the Tashader sector. And well, it's got a system view on this. Got a nice big red dwarf. It's been found. I'm kind of hoping that we will have a system with a... let's try this one. LHS. A nice little place we can park it for the night. That'll do. Alright, so let's head there. 11. I've already forgot where that was. Over here. LHS 200. That's where we're going. Oh, that might be a bad idea, because that kind of dead ends there. Damn. Alright, we're thinking. Okay, we can get to onion rings. There we go. That's not too bad. Hit points. Age is quite old. Alright, that's where we're gonna head then. That's a pretty fun place. Bink. There we go. 3 jumps. 3 quick jumps. Alright, here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
But yeah, so like I said, so you've got like the car bingo, something that makes you look around, because otherwise, especially in this day and age, like even just going on long trips in the car, like, you know, you're going across the country, you're going up to visit relatives or something like that, especially if you're not the driver, it's really easy to, like, you know, look down into your like phone or iPad or your book, or, you know, just sleep and not see the countryside that you're traveling through. So you've got things like car bingo, which, like, you know, ooh, whoa, let's get the fuck away from that thing. And slow right down. I want to take a look at that. We've discovered a new astronomical object, so we will be scanning it. Let's keep it slow. We're not going in the right direction. There it is. That thing is so dense. Wow, and so bright. Look how bright that is. Let's kill the engines. This is also, it's another white dwarf. It's just real small, isn't it? For those who are wondering, I'm gonna pop over here and just because we're in, actually, I'm gonna do this because the thing I'm about to warn you about requires me to do that. So you've got lots of cool things now over on this screen. So you've got your reputations and whatnot, but if you use your arrow keys over here, you can actually see that you've got some other, you know, stats. So here's some finances, says, you know, ship insurance, how much it's going to cost to rebuy it as it stands, how much money we have. So if I crash and die, I've got just enough money to, you know, get my ship back. This is just the statistics that I've gathered since I started playing, so since release basically, or since Gamma 2 anyways. So, you know, my current assets are 92,000 because this ship ain't cheap. Combat, no kills, but you can see their insurance claims, 2, okay? It does not look like we are moving. That does not mean that it is a good idea to go and make a sandwich. No. Bad idea. That was insurance claim number 1. Going to make a sandwich. Yeah, I was just parked, you know, I'm like, well, you know, Super Cruise, we're not moving, we should be fine. Nope, not fine. Not fine, not even a little bit fine. So, I don't know what happened. I came back and it said, hey, we got a call from your insurance agency. Were you in an accident? I'm like, I don't know, OnStar didn't call me. So, yeah, bad idea. Don't do it. The second one, I don't know what happened. It's remember that episode of Space Coffee where I was flying into a spaceport really fast and then I went to land and I couldn't stop? It was like that, only on the way out. And I smashed into a wall and almost died, and then I was like I think I had 1% hull integrity left, and I said, well, fuck it, and I just crashed myself into the thing and took the payout, because I'm like, I don't even want to limp back, you know? Also important and interesting thing to note is that you cannot fuel scoop off of dwarf stars. You need these big bastards, which isn't a big problem, but on my way to Seoul, I did run into at least one time where I hadn't seen either a system with a station, or a full star for like 5 or 6 jumps, and yeah, that was not good. I was really worried that we were not gonna make it to the next system. I just stopped dead in my tracks to make sure that I was going to actually like make it to like any system that had a fuel depot in it. Like, I don't even care if it's backtracking. I just need to get somewhere that would get me something. This is a nice little binary star system. I think we'll use our dubstep scanner, our D scanner, our discovery scanner here, and just see if we got any planets nearby. 5 new astronomical objects. I will take that. This is a pretty close binary system, actually. You know what? I'm going to close binary under the B. I'm gonna scratch that sucker right off right now, because that is damn close. Alright, let's actually take a look at this. So, Ross 41A is 10 light seconds, so that's 20, let's call it 30 light seconds. 30 light seconds distance. So that's what? That's like the distance between, what? What takes 30 seconds? I'm trying to think. There's nothing in our solar system that I compare it to. So it's closer than Mars, than Earth. It's, what, 8 seconds to the moon? Is that 8 seconds to the moon and back, or 8 seconds to the moon? Now I don't remember. Damn. Why can't I remember these things? Unexplored. Let's head to that guy. Because we need the money. That's exactly what we need. I was supposed to be done this episode by now, but, yeah, whatever. It's just, it's the way the cookie crumbles. It's the first episode, you know, I'll get better at keeping things in time later on. Right now, we're just having fun. That actually looks like another star. That looks a lot like another star, and not like a planet. Especially considering we're scanning it from such a ways away. No, that's planet. Just a very bright little planet. Deep space. Just a little bit closer to it. I just want to take a look. I just want to take a little peek-see. Looks pretty nice. It'll be nice to get once we get the detailed surface scanner and we can actually scan these and we can find out sort of a little bit more information about them. There's sort of 2 kinds of planets that you really want to find as far as discovery goes, that I've discovered, that I've learned, I should say. If I just keep repeating the word discovery, it's like just like a big moon. It's a big dust ball is what it is. That would explain why it was so bright. What was I going to say? You want to find things that are... Oh, not a signal source. That's not what I want. I want unexplored. There we go. And let's also use our D-scanner now that we're close to this guy here. I keep calling it a dubstep scanner just because it makes that huge sort of like... I suppose dubstep is the wrong word, but you know that big sound from... oh, fuck, what movie was that? You know, the one with the dreams and the dream thing. It was, you know, the dreamy movie. And the buildings, and they're falling over, folding over on itself, and the you know the one. You know the one. Come on. I'm a little bit far away from it. Speed it up here. Anyways, yeah, so that thing keeps reminding me. It scared me when in one of the episodes of Space Coffee, and I don't know if I was hitting it on purpose or on accident. And that sound came through, and I wasn't expecting it. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? And I thought it was a ship that was flying over. I'm like, well, actually, you know what? That'd be a really cool random sound effect for it to have. I have no idea why it would have a sound effect, but, you know, whatever. That sounds cool. That was not the case. This appears to have... No, it doesn't. I also find it interesting that it actually mutes the game sound slightly right like just before that drop like hits. So I mean, it's 100% like a drop that you're hearing, and it's, I don't know, I find it amusing. This is a pretty cool cool little star system. All the planets seem to orbit on the outside because, like I said, that's a damn close binary system. So all the planets are out here. They're all pretty close, within 300 seconds. That's, I'm trying to remember, how far is the Earth from the Sun in seconds? I remember doing the math one day. Is it about 500 seconds? It doesn't seem right to me, but I'm going to say that, and I'm sure somebody will correct me, or I will correct myself. Or I'll probably just, like, as soon as I'm finished, like, I hit the record button to stop the recording, I'll go and do the math, and then somebody will, like, in the comments be like, oh, by the way, it's actually this. And I'll be like, well, you know, 500's close enough for a top of the cuff kind of a thing. And this has got its own little satellite, little moon. Its own little space station. Nothing new. Let's pop that into our guy. And, ooh, ham dock. I like the sound of that. I will dock at a ham. How far away is that? 1400. So there's actually more planetary systems out here somewhere. In sort of deep space. So let's head to that. This always seems a bit like cheating to me. But I'm alright with it. I'm alright with it today. The ham dock. We'll make a nice sandwich. Speaking of sandwiches. Let's get some speed. There is a lot of this sort of time-killing moments here. And I'm going to have to start thinking of things to talk about that aren't just like talking about the game, because there's, well, I mean, there's lots of cool things to talk about the game and things that are happening in the game, but eventually this is just, I'm going to run out. Let's see, what were we doing? I had a long work day today. Did you guys work today? I worked today. It was horrible. No, it wasn't that bad, actually. No, I was actually, one of the things I was doing today whilst I was working was listening to the latest Rooster Teeth podcast. I don't watch a lot of their videos. I find them very busy, but I love that podcast. It's one of the better sort of just like chatty podcasts about nothing. It's Seinfeld in podcast format, and I quite enjoy it. Certainly much more than I ever enjoyed Seinfeld. Don't hate me for not liking Seinfeld. I don't know why I never liked it. It's just never. I blame my parents. And you should too. Ooh, let's yeah, let's slow down. We're. You think this was an episode of Space Coffee or something? Let's also descan this, because we're getting pretty close. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. 4 objects right here. Wow. Okay, let's back it up, turn it around. Nearly there. Nice. All right, let's click that guy. This is a busy little planet over here. What's up with that? Why is this I mean, this is pretty far out. Far out, man. How far away is it? Ross is 3... A is 3 late seconds? Is that what that's telling me? No. 41A. 1200. That's pretty far out. I mean, that's pretty lengthy distance. Alright, let's pop this moon. Interesting, I was talking about that dust ball, and that's why it was so bright. The moon actually apparently isn't terribly reflective. I mean, you think of it being so white and reflective and bright because it's shining in, you know, the sky like that. But apparently, it's actually like terribly unreflective. It's just that the light that hits it is so high. The amount of light that hits it is so much, and because of its sort of pale-ish color, that it reflects it so much in our white wavelength that we see it as brightly as we do. But apparently it's just not as actually reflective as you might think it is. I mean, obviously it's not, you know, look in a mirror reflective, but... oh, anyways, yeah, so Rooster Teeth podcast, that's what we were talking about. So I was listening to that, and one of the things that they were... One of the guys in that, I don't remember what his name is. I can't never remember their names. Like, I can get, like, Gus and Gavin, and then there's people. Yes, anyway, so we're talking about absolutely hating those cheap ass like price stickers that people put on things. So you get like, you go and buy like whatever, like a $500 piece of luggage or something like that, you know, and then you know get it home, whatever like that, and it's got like the cheapest paper sticker, price sticker on it that, you know, you go to take it off and it like tears and like. And it's just like there's like gooey residue on there for like a century later. Like you're long throwing the fucking thing out, but long before that glue is ever coming off. Or then, God forbid, like he was saying, you get it wet, like you get like a mug or something like that, and you don't realize that you didn't take the sticker off, and you go to wash it or something like that, and it just gets wet and it just like crumbles inside, like the paper part comes off, and you're just stuck with that just goo that's just, it's on there for the life of the mug. It never comes off. And then you start, and one of the things that I was thinking about later is that there are literally brands of things that I have chosen to buy solely because I liked their stickers better than like the competition's stickers. And it just seems like such a stupid thing to make your like decisions, like your purchasing decisions on as a bunch of stickers. I really hope that there's like a refuel thing in here or something. I don't know. I'm not that concerned, but... Request docking.
Docking request granted.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're going to wrap up an episode here. This is sort of the format that I'm hoping for, is that we'll end each episode, we'll add a doc, one way or another. Hopefully the episodes won't run as long as this one has. It is getting lengthy. I'm not exactly sure how lengthy, but lengthy. I was shooting for the 20-minute mark. I'm sure I'm over 30 minutes now, which is going to be taxing on the old upload. My internet speed, certainly for upload, is just not very speedy. So, I mean, I've got, the worst is, and that's the thing, is that I would love to be putting out more content. Let's see, but I physically can only upload like one thing a day because it takes 8 hours basically for me to, well, not quite 8 hours, but I need to basically dedicate an 8-hour time. So when I go to bed, to upload something in order to make sure that it's up and not impacting mine or anybody else's usage of the interweb. So, enter hangar. Alright guys, that's going to wrap... Oh, actually, you know, let's... Before we say, alright guys, I was going to wrap it up, let's just see what we got. Let us come in here. We'll refuel all. That's quite a lengthy refuel bill. I know I need to repair some because we were silly. And where's the F12 button over here? Jesus Christ. There we go, because we're floating around a bit. And let's come over here to our cartographers and sell some of our wares. Look at this. Ooh, that's a good little bit of a price tag. So you can see, actually, the prices have gone up on Discovery. And that get to 20 plus light years away from the source, that's actually comes into play more often than Like, I'm surprised how often I've had to, like, go, like, say, oh, like, you're not, you know, you're too close to this system that you were, you know, you discovered this in to actually do anything useful with it. But, you know, once we get, like, we're 4,000 light years from that, 4.5, 14 from that, okay, 10, and obviously we're still here. But, yeah, so we got a good little payout on its way. We got a few thousand credits from a half hour's worth of work. That's not bad for what it was. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so with that, guys, I'm excited to see you guys next time to play a little bit more Space Car Bingo with me when we come back to do our Nebula quest. Ciao, love you.